Hi everybody, and welcome to today's class. Today's class, we're going to speak about the simple past. It's one of the most commonly used tenses in English, الماضي البسيط. How can we use it? We use the simple past for something in the past which is finished. For example, look at this photo. We have a husband and a wife watching TV. But this happened yesterday, so I say they watched TV yesterday. شاهدوا التلفاز بالأمس. They finished. Now, there are certain keywords that can be used to tell me this is simple past. So I can use the simple past with words like yesterday, last week, last year, last month, any last, and they go. For example, I saw the movie yesterday. I visited Damascus 2 years ago. And now, let's speak about the form of this tense, the simple past. How can we form the simple past? It's like all tenses, it should start with subject, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, الفاعل كبداية أي جملة في اللغة الإنكليزية. After that, we use verb to. And the verb to here has two types. The first one is regular, which usually ends with ed or ied. We will see that in the spelling part soon. For example, try, verb to, tried. Plan, verb to, planned. The second type of verb to is the irregular, الفعل الشاذ, which changes the whole form of the verb. For example, go becomes went, verb to. See becomes saw. Eat becomes ate. Let's have a look at some examples. I went to school yesterday. You studied English. He tried to drive. She planned for the holiday. Let's look to the first example. I went to school yesterday. The verb here is irregular, فعل غير نظامي, فعل شاذ. We change go to went. In the second example, however, you studied English. The verb is regular. It ends with y. We drop the y and we put ied, we put ed, which makes it verb or regular verb. And now to one of the most important parts of the simple past, which is spelling. Like the tenses we spoke before, it has its own rules. Somehow they are similar to others. If I have the verb travel, and I want to make it in the past. And if you know that this verb is regular, so as we said, if the verb is regular, we usually add ed, so the travel becomes traveled, and the second example is watch becomes watched. Now, what if the verb ends with y, and before the y we have a consonant? If the verb ends with y, like study, and before it we have a consonant, which is not a vowel, we drop the y and we put ied. So study becomes studied. Keep in mind, play y, before the y we have a, we just put ed, we don't change. Now, if the verb ends with a consonant, before it we have a vowel, and before the vowel we have a consonant, like a plan and chop. Notice, in a plan, the last letter is n, or the last sound is n. Then we have a, which is a vowel, then il, which is a consonant. Shop is the same. So what do we do? In this case, and if it is regular, we double the last consonant. So plan becomes planned, and chop becomes shopped. We double the last letter, and then we put ed. Now let's do the exercise. As usual, I will do the first one with you. I watched TV yesterday. The verb watch, you have to keep in mind, it's a regular verb. So I say, I watched TV yesterday. If you ask me about how do I know this is regular or not, you have to save them, and they come with the practice. Now I will give you some time to complete the exercise. Let's check the answers. And now, let's speak about negative, النفي, with the simple past. Do you remember how we made negative with the simple present? With I, you, we, they, we used do. He, she, it, we used does, and then verb 0. That is simple present. In simple past, it's not that big difference, but instead of do and does, I use with all the subjects, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, I use did. After did, exactly, I put not, and after not, I use verb 0. Let's have a look at these examples. I drank coffee. If I want to make it negative, I say I did not drink coffee. Notice, drank is the verb 2 of drink, simple past positive. Negative, I did not drink coffee. Another example. She went to school. Went is simple past of go. If I want to make it negative, I say she did not go to school. Notice after did I use verb go, which is the verb 0. Always remember after did, like do and does, we use verb 0. For example, she went to school. She did not go to school. He studied English. He did not study English. And now let's do this exercise. I will do the first one with you. My father made breakfast. Notice the verb here is made, which is verb 2. What is the verb 1 of made? It's make. And my father, he, and with he, she, it, no matter what the subject is, I use did not. So I say, my father did not make breakfast. I'll give you some time to complete the exercise. Let's check them out.